Usually when someone wins a prize, they go up there and they thank their family. And you decided, you did thank the people close to you, but you also used that platform. So ultimately, what is it that's driving you to make you feel that you have to speak out on a platform like that?
I want to elicit change. I want to help people from home have a better life, because this is scary. Like when there's 1,200, when there's a name of 1,200 missing and murdered Indigenous women scrolling behind you at a big show like Polaris, and everyone's losing their mind over seals, it's a little terrifying. Like, come on, let's get with it, because they're connected. It's important. If people are going to be worried about the welfare of animals, if you have a pet, their pet food has animal byproduct in it. More animals died for your pet food than 10 times the population of Inuit killing seals could possibly do.
So you think it's hypocritical?
I think it's hypocritical to isolate an Indigenous culture, and through the East Coast culture, like a lot of people in the East Coast are poor too, and I've been hunting seals for hundreds of years. The reason I was upset as well is a while back I posted a sealfie.
A sealfie, which was your daughter beside the dead seal, your baby.
Yeah, because, and the reason I did that, which I never really got to explain, was I find it a little ridiculous that some people can take a bite of hamburger from McDonald's, but if they saw a dead cow on the ground, they'd go, ew! So it's the disconnect from nature that has allowed so much to happen.
You got a lot of reaction to that
in
photo.
A negative way, yeah, and this is what I'm talking about. I posted that picture to say, hey, look, it's not gross. We're equal, we're all meat. This is nature. This is how the circle of life works.
How much reaction did you get to that?
I got months and months and months of abuse, death threats, people photoshopping my child being killed. Like that's where the PETA came from, is because I got so much abuse and I had no idea this was happening. And that's what I mean. I'm not against animal welfare groups. I'm not against animal rights. I think it's very important and they're doing incredible work. But you shouldn't be fostering this culture of people, thousands of crazy people that are on the internet abusing. If you feel that strongly about it, write a book, get out and protest, write a blog. These groups have made an enemy out of Inuit people for a long, long time. So it's frustrating, and there's a lot of frustration. So when I said those two words, that's what I mean. There was a lot of buildup.
And Tagaq says it's not just her community's concerns about the seal hunt that people don't understand.
It just seems like a little bit everywhere you turn, there's fear, terror, there's horrible things happening, and I'm sick of it. I want things to change. That's why I'm talking. I want change. I'm tired of this. I don't want to be worried for my daughters' lives. They're 4 times more likely to be murdered than your daughters. You know, like, that's not cool. It's not okay. It's like Canada, come on. I know there's great people in this country. I know people will care if the true history of Canada is taught in schools. Like,
so why do you think it's not more of an issue for people? It is, but why not as much as you'd like it to be?
Well, I'm half white too, right? Like, I'm not gonna be against any group. I think it's only miseducation. They also don't teach Canadian students about residential schools. I went to residential school. People think it's years and years and years ago. I had a fine time. It was a little strict, but I mean, the stories that go back that aren't taught, I think that if there was some, in high school, if there were some basic reading, mandatory readings, if things were taught, people would be more empathetic. And with that empathy, you could build knowledge, and with that knowledge, we could build bridges. Like, I just want us to be on the same team. I want everyone to get on the same team and move forward with healing, move forward with making sure everyone's all right in Canada, everyone has clean drinking water in Canada, everyone has the same opportunities in Canada. You know, it's pretty simple human rights stuff. It's not rocket science, you know.
I want to come back to the throat singing for a second.
Oh, please.
Yeah. Yeah, enough politics. How do you do that?
It feels so good. It feels so good.
It sounds like it would be really hard on you.
It is. It does hurt the throat when you're first learning, and I also need to take a moment to say what I'm doing is not traditional by any means. But if you take a look at music, there are a lot of improvisers in history. Look at the great jazz musicians and stuff like that. There's a lot of people.
Usually it's two, right? Usually it's a
Yeah.
duet.
There's two women standing, and it's so cool, and I just love it so much. It's my favorite sound. People are taking sounds and placing them together like a round robin. You know how round robin works? Like that, but very, very complicated. And you have to be able to switch your sounds in a nanosecond and follow the leader, and then someone else will lead. And it's just beautiful. It's so cool. And
the growl, where does that come from?
I don't know here, but it's lovely. I'd urge everyone to check out traditional throat singing because it's where the passion started for me.
But you're getting some flack back home for like doing throat singing on your own.
I'm not doing it right. I shouldn't be alone. I'm creepy.
You're creepy.
Yeah, like, I read that today. I was creepy, but it's almost funny to me because when the music, when it happens, I have zero control of it because it's all improvised. It's like if you got on a horse and it started galloping. That's how little control I feel I have over what's happening on stage.
And that's good.
Yeah, I feel like it's not even me. Like I'm not conscious of what's going on. It just goes by itself. And it's a freedom. I like the lack of control within improvising. I like the unexpected nature of doing music that way. I love sound. It
was really, really, really nice to meet you.
Oh, really nice to meet you too.